What's going on, everybody? This is 40B Nasty. I'm here to show you something that I've been doing for a new project. It's just cycling a tank, but what it's for is going to be really cool. So what this is going to be for is for a Neo-Caridina, which is going to be a shrimp, and which one I haven't chose. I'm going to stick with the Neo-Caridinas because the Caridinas, they just seem like they're a little offbeat from easy, basically. And the other style, I forget what it is, but it begins with an S. I'll post a link to a guy who has a video that is basically covers everything. But I want to prove a point right here real quick, is if you're ever going to breed shrimp, and if it's for you and your tanks, or for a food source or something like that, for a pea puffer, which I'm doing it for, the thing is if you get into like regular Caridinas, what happens is if you put all these parameters into this tank that are going to be super sweet for it, and then you go and pull them out, and then you go stick them in the pea puffer tank or your regular display tank, and those parameters aren't the same things that you have in this tank, those ones are just going to probably end up dying off anyway. So go with the Neo-Caridinas because they are more related to a normal display tank. That's what I'm going to go with for now, for information and a little tip as far as how to breed them and stuff like that. This is all going to be new to me, but it seems like it shouldn't be too hard. Now I did some covering of things, like the filter over there. You can see all I did was I cut a hole in the middle of that sponge, and then I just pushed it right up into the sponge, and hopefully that's going to hold the babies from not getting sucked up into my filter. Now all my filter is, it's a flaw of 50, and I have 2 bags of biological media. You can see them right there, and they were just leftovers. Everything to this tank is leftovers, so I was like, why not just do a shrimp tank? Because it seems like my pea puffer every once in a while likes to chow down on a cherry shrimp, because I put 3 of them in there. He's already taken 2 of them out, so I'm going to sit here and breed those things in this tank as a food source so he can hunt and have some fun in his tank. I got 2 ghost shrimp in there. They seem to be doing fine because they're a little bit bigger. But these cherry shrimps, I kind of really want him to just eat them as a food source, because I don't want to bore him. I'm also going to probably do pond snails in here too. They say that those are a nuisance snail. That's great, whatever. They're like popcorn to my puffer. She loves them. So if I can breed those in here and I can get the shrimp going in here, kind of have like a little ecosystem just for those, and that's going to be no fish, no fishing. But all I had was this one little ornament here, this one little ornament here. They were both just laying around doing nothing. So that's what I'm doing with that for the tank. Now, as far as parameters go, the other day I had a spike of, I've had a spike of ammonia for a while, for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And about 3 days ago, I tested once for nitrites to see if I was getting some kind of beneficial bacteria in my tank that's going to break the ammonia down, and which is nitrous ammonia. And then there was the next day after that, still had nothing. And then what I did was I took the sponge that's the filter in my which is the mechanical filter in my pea puffer tank, and I came over and I squeezed it in here instead of going to rinse it out. Boom, next day, look at this, look at all the nitrites that are being converted from ammonia to nitrites. So that's great. And I was like, I wonder if I got enough the 2 beneficial bacteria that are going to take care of nitrites and start converting them to nitrates. Well, look at, I got nitrates going in here. So there's nitrobacter and nitrospira. Those 2 are converting nitrites to nitrates. So this is good. My beneficial bacteria is in my tank. It's populating. This is a good sign for me. I'm going to have a healthy tank for these shrimp when I get them in there. I'm only going to do about like 10 of them and just see if they breed. And I'll feed them lightly and see if I can keep the temperatures at a right degree. I'm at 76.8. I got a little high because I want to keep it high for the bacteria to grow. But your normal rate is between 69.8 and 75.2 for the Neo-Caridinas. So stay away from the regular Caridinas, because those shrimp aren't going to work in a regular freshwater tank unless your parameters are the exact same thing. So just using that for a tip for you guys to hear. I'll post a link that kind of connects me to what I'm doing, okay? Wish me luck. 40B Nasty out. Take care.